Up on Mountain News this morning, a new school year brings many changes, new friends, new teachers, and this year, new laws for the classroom. Plus, officials want to remind drivers to be extra aware of students traveling to school as buses start to hit the road.
Dedicated to Eastern and Southern Kentucky, this is WYMT Mountain News this morning.
Good morning, I'm Madison Carmouche. Today is August 8th, and I heard once again from a different little birdie that today is the first day of school for some of you. So let's send it over to meteorologist Tim Drawbridge for a look at your first day forecast.
Tweet, 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 right? In the meantime, let's check out the view outside our door. It's a few areas of fog and haze this morning on the warmer side, but man, oh man, do we have some delightful weather on the way this coming weekend. We'll talk about that as we head through the hour. In the meantime, we get you ready to get out the door. And again, here are some of the visibilities across eastern and southern Kentucky. Fog, not much of an issue as you make your way up toward Moorhead and Ashland. And temperature-wise, yeah, we're used to this fire drill, but again, wait until we get to Saturday morning. You're going to love the refreshing feel coming our way. Satellite weather composite. Yeah, over the last couple of hours, the outer bands, the fringe effects of Debbie, the remnants, continue to move up along the east coast. A little moisture thrown back toward us. Could be a shower or thunder shower because of that today. And then this system dropping in, it's a cold front, may produce a shower or thunder shower for tomorrow. All right, the fog burns off to a partly sunny sky. Again, the risk of a shower or thunder shower as we hit through the afternoon, and a forecast high near 88. The weekend forecast, again, refreshing. Details coming up in this hour. Madison?
All right, Tim, thank you. As many students across our region head back to school, there are some new laws that will impact the new school year. Grayson Passmore breaks down what these new laws are and how they could affect your child in the classroom.
First, we'll start with school safety. A new law allows schools to bring in armed retired police officers and veterans to patrol school campuses. The goal is to help fill the requirement of one school resource officer on every campus. WKYT spoke to Mercer County Superintendent Jason Boer before the bill passed. He said he'd welcome the options.
You know, all schools have struggled to fill every position for their SROs. So any way we can make our schools safer, I'm all for.
Another law will place an AED in every school building, now including elementary schools. A Fayette County mother told WKYT last year that an AED in every middle and high school was simply not enough.
And you have to have an AED nearby because the amount of time that the heart can stay in VTach or torsades, which is another rhythm that they can go into, and the heart can sustain that is not very long before it stops.
Bo's two children were born with genetic disorders affecting their hearts, with abnormalities that could lead to sudden cardiac arrest.
So somebody's got to be there to shock their heart back into rhythm should they pass out.
Then there's the laws that focus on student behavior. One is aimed at tackling issues on school buses by requiring a parent or guardian to sign a transportation agreement. Another cracks down on vaping by requiring districts to adopt disciplinary procedures for students who violate smoking bans. In Fayette County, Grayson Passmore, WKYT.
There are also a few bills that change class requirements. Elementary school teachers will have to teach cursive handwriting, ensuring students are proficient by the end of 5th grade. And starting in 2025, the Kentucky Board of Education will create an academic standard for teaching civics in high schools. With buses back on the road and kids back in the classroom, some counties are celebrated what they consider a successful first day of school. The Pike County School District returned for the first day of school of the school year yesterday, with the students finding their footing and many new faces taking the helm in the hallways throughout the county. Millard School's new principal, Jake Robinson, says he is looking forward to an exciting year focused on making sure students are safe and seen.
At the end of the day, that's what we're all here for, as kids, and really you're probably never prepared for a first day of school. But you know, we do everything we can here at Millard to make sure that our kids can have as smooth a day as possible.
And we want to remind you that you can go to our website to see when your school starts back. We have compiled a list of schools and their start back dates at WYMT.com. Quite a few schools started yesterday, while some will begin the new year later today. We also have start dates for those schools in our coverage area out of West Virginia, Virginia, and Tennessee. From 2013 to 2022, there were nearly 1,000 deadly school transportation-related crashes. A sobering statistic to remember as school buses are getting back on the road with the new year about to begin. Steve Chappelle, school safety coordinator with Warren County Public Schools, said these incidents can come from a plethora of issues. This includes things like distracted driving, speeding, and ignoring bus warning signs.
We enforce those laws, storm arm violations, and we're very strict about them. Amy Chandler, our county attorney, is very proactive on that. So is our sheriff, Britt Hightower, Warren County Public Schools as well. You know, if we see a driver pass a school bus or commit a violation around a school bus, we will issue a citation on that. And that's one of the things that we do to keep our kids safe.
Penalties for illegally passing a stop arm start with a $100 to $200 fine and can lead up to several months in prison if this continues. A teen has finished his recovery at the Fraser Institute in Louisville and is headed back to Eastern Kentucky. 17-year-old Ethan Bowling was known as an excellent wrestler and football player in his hometown of Jackson. Back in May, he was hurt in a car crash along with 2 others. He had a traumatic brain injury, and it was weeks before he could sit up or even breathe on his own. He was released from Fraser Rehab yesterday after a month. Bowling's mom says his progress is evident.
He's walking, he's talking. I mean, he is as independent as he can be, and we're hoping just to continue the process.
How are you? Ethan. Well, they're all waiting for you. Where do you want them to?
Bowling can now walk more than 200 feet without assistance and eat full meals on his own. Excitement at Eastern Kentucky University yesterday as the ribbon was cut for a renovated university landmark and a new walkway to keep students safe. The newly renovated Knee Hall will be home to 582 students. It was closed back in 2019 before renovations began. Along with the Residence Hall, EKU celebrated a brand new pedway crossing the Eastern Bypass. University officials say it was built for student safety and accessibility. Thanks for getting your day started with us here on Mountain News this morning. Still to come, Olympic athletes are turning to social media to try and bring in new fans or competitors.
And temperatures across the Commonwealth early this morning, not too bad. A little fog as well. Typical summertime start to the day. Wait until this weekend. Going to flip things. All the details with your First Alert 7-day forecast as your WYMT Mountain Morning News continues.